What's up, Internet? Scotty here with a new video on Toypalooza 2024. It was one of two videos, or two Toypalooza in 2024. Um, but I wanted to come in here and kind of just bring some positivity to the internet and hopefully help someone because I wish that a video like this existed for me and Rachel, my wife, a couple, maybe a year ago when we tried to do this. But I wanted to talk about Toypalooza and give kind of a reflection of having a booth there. And for maybe people that are thinking, should I do a booth? I got to get rid of stuff. Should I just go to a toy show and try to trade things? Should I do Facebook Marketplace, open an eBay store, go to local shops, whatever? Um, because we had an experience that was pretty lackluster at another show, and I'll get into that in a second. But there was we just had so much negativity around this, and I'm gonna mention it because it leads in why Toypalooza was so great and that experience was so great. And so yeah, it's hopefully a helpful video. Otherwise, enjoy. Maybe don't, or maybe you should go to Toypalooza, grab some stuff. So the first convention, you know what? You would think it's a convention by the name, so let's get into it here. I don't even remember when it was, but Collecticon. So you see this logo. Hi, I'm back here still. We're doing this in real time. You see this logo, you think, oh man, that's going to be like a Comic Con kind of thing because it's that font and everything. Convention. I don't forget what Panini is, but look at all those logos of things that you like. And so Rachel and I, we bought 2 tables worth. We had 2 tables worth. Look how excited I am wearing the same hat I am right now. And that Turtles blimp, I laid out all my turtle toys. I had some other stuff going there. And then Rachel also had tons of Hallmark ornaments. We had a dollar bin down in the bottom there. Oh, do I have my cursor? Yeah, I can actually show you. This is a dollar bin right here. You know, this Yoda thing that was $100 when she got it forever ago. It's a lawn ornament, sort of Christmas decoration. That didn't go anywhere. But this is at Collecticon. You can see a booth behind us, couple booths behind us. If we go to the wider picture, there's us over here hanging out with our giant table worth of stuff, board games, some pops, and things like that. You can see, what do you see in the background there? Just a lot of walls of things. Let's go to the next photo. Take a look. Pops everywhere. Every table almost. We were one of maybe 4 or 5. You can see the guy behind us who made some real cool art. There was a couple of pops there next to him, but people over here had some cool things as well. And this is kind of an amalgamation of things too, but they got some pops. We were selling a couple of pops. So what's the next one? Yeah, that one there. That's a better look at. So this is at a VFW, about 100 tables. We were one of maybe 5 tables not selling pops. The next day, can you see it across from us? Sort of in here is Arcadia Collectibles. Real cool local retro shop, games, toys, and figures. But mainly retro stuff. I will brag forever. I was the first Sega Saturn related purchase out of that store. Really cool people that own it. Adam is one of the 2 owners. I haven't met the other owner, unfortunately, yet, so I don't know his name. Apologies. But Adam's wife was running their booth here, basically to get the word out. But it reminded me, seeing them across from us, like, oh yeah, I have stuff to trade in to that store. So the next day, I hit up Arcadia Collectibles. I'm like, Adam, we were at Collecticon yesterday. It was awesome running into your wife. We were in the wrong spot. He's like, oh yeah, Collecticon. I think they just changed the name this year. It used to be called Papapalooza. No crap. Did not know that. Had we known that, we wouldn't have bothered. We wouldn't have bothered setting up all this stuff. Look how much stuff we had. All of it laid out. We did not even break even for the cost of the table. So we were punched in the gut, needless to say, with thinking we could sell all that stuff. There were, like, I don't know if you can see really here, Goosebumps books, some other books, just some other odds and ends, Disney, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Ninja Turtles, the stuff everybody loves, but barely made any money. Toypalooza comes around and couldn't get a table in time for that one, but still walked around. I don't think I bought too much stuff at that one. But it was cool to just, see the different vendors and see what people are selling. There really is something for everyone there. I know it's cliche, but you'll see in a second. So we get a table for the next Toypalooza, and But first though, Collecticon, just the name. Again, now that you know what it is, guys, it's not. Oh, also with the word con in it, there were cosplayers showing up to this. There were people in costume showing up to this thing. I remember them because one of them bought some of my figures, but also they had cool costumes. But they thought it was a convention because it's called Collecticon. It's not. It's a pop flea market. Call it what it is, guys. Get back to the name. It's false advertising. You know, they know they the people that run it are fine or anything. I'm not going to badmouth them, or it's just confusing. So wasn't for us. But switch over, fast forward, whatever. Toypalooza, toys, comic books, video games. They say what it is. They say what it is on the flyer. $5 to get in. That's nothing. At a cool sports complex. So whoops, spoilers. But there's the truck. The truck. There's our SUV. We got ready, packed up. I think 7 or 8 Tupperware containers of different things. Harry Potter, he's hanging out. Yoda Star Wars is still hanging out. Day before, it was on a Sunday. Saturday we go in, we set up. We bought, found this shelf. We only bought one table. But since we had 2 tables worth of stuff, we were pretty concerned. Not pretty concerned, but concerned enough. We got some of the bins. We got these little displays here for the Hallmark ornaments. This guy right here, the rotating hook block, was for all the turtle figures. That was very crucial. We had one shelf back there, but we realized, you know what? We need at least one more shelf, and it would supply a backdrop, so to speak. So we went to Walmart that night, got another shelf, get in, load up. Boom, baby. We have a lot of stuff, and holy moly, are we ready. Can I zoom in on this? Let's try here. There we go. I'm scared for what might happen. But, you can see again, we had the turtle blimp up there, Ninja Turtles, big old Mario wall clock. We got these big turtles here, Mikey there, Raph, Movie Mikey. I think this might have been after we already sold Movie Dawn, or not Movie Dawn, but Giant Dawn. Donatello. We've got the turtles hanging on the hooks there in bags. It's a lot better. Like, look at, if you just look at how they were displayed, they were just in piles with price tags on them. It's not, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just getting into it. Insanity. So, sorry if the mic was picking that up. I'm trying to do audio and video setup, so sorry if the mic was picking me up, like clicking and dragging and swiping and swooping. But we've got books, Goosebumps, Spider-Man, all kinds of things, dollar bins down here, and Pops again in the background, Pop cereal, Ninja Turtles, all cars, everything. There's Rachel. I joked that she looked like she's in jail, but we wanted to make sure we documented her a little bit here. We got all kinds of just random stuff, just a lot of random stuff. So we're thinking we've got to have a better shot here at Toypalooza than Collecticon. So, but more than anything, had our expectations tempered. We didn't want to get our the bar was set pretty low, is what I'm trying to say. But there's an early bird. I don't know if did it show on that thing. Sorry, I'm zipping through. Yeah, 10 a.m. entry, and for early buyer $10, 10 a.m. entry. If you did it online, got in as early as 9:30. Normally $5 from 11 to 4. So this is the early bird line. And I mentioned it's at a sports complex. I believe the next thing is a video. So let's play that and mute it. But check out the size of this thing, guys. So yeah, sports complex in a nice town. All of those booths, all those vendors, they had like face painting. They had the 501st there, the Star Wars people. Play that again for you guys here, just so that you can see how big it really is. Some massive booths, some just a table like us, getting rid of stuff from mom's attics and garages and everything. Needless to say, though, it was big. Whoops. Let's go back to this, though. So we've got all these weird things on the table, just a bunch of stuff. And it was a lot of fun, honestly. In the early bird thing, I mentioned that I had a big Donatello. He sold in the first 20 minutes that we were there. For $10 less than I had him priced. we were all about being flexible and negotiable with all of our prices because we're really just trying to get rid of stuff. Initially, we wanted to do the Collecticon as a way to raise money towards our wedding. That didn't really happen. So this is just, again, newlyweds trying to save up. But the early bird entry sold Big Donnie, sold a few other figures. One guy, he came in, dropped $250 on some of my Ninja Turtles, on some of the Ninja Turtles we had. Like it was nothing. One of them was priced at $100 because it was a weird. They did these figures that were Toon Turtles, like shinier, goofier. One stuck out their tongue, one eyes bugged out, and things like that. And the body molds they used later on, but used a different head with the fedora, like Disguise Turtles. Those were worth more. We did a lot of research for Collecticon. We researched sold auctions, toy inventory sites, YouTubers, just learned a lot about what we were selling, got their setup, did all that, didn't matter. But that prepped us for Toypalooza. So we had everything done, priced, it was good. Going back to the early bird thing though, let me bring this image up again. So yeah, a bunch of these guys sold. It's not letting me zoom in. There it goes. A lot of the figures sold in there. Big Mikey, you can see his price for $100. He did not sell throughout the whole day. Someone tried to. There were hagglers, and that was okay. But there was also, I had a bag of just accessories. I don't think that might be it right there. Had just a bag of accessories, and one guy, he came over and he was talking to us about them, and he said one of the swords in there goes for like 75, 80. He's like, I'm surprised you've got that just mixed in. I'm like, I know like Casey Jones' bag was in there and stuff, but he just the nicest person. He looked it up. This sword. Oh, I don't know if it'll focus. Well, this sword. There it goes. You can see it's got like the Ninja Turtle face there in it and stuff. Oh, it's not going to do anything I want to, is it? That's okay. Anyway, this fancy sword with Warrior Leo, he showed me a couple of auctions. Just this random guy showed me a couple of auctions after we were talking that it was like 75, 80 bucks going for on eBay alone. I had it in a bag of accessories priced at $5. Thanks, dude. I think he did buy a couple of things though too. But yeah, and I'm sure the bag of accessories when it sold probably lost some money. Not a big deal. But it was just nice, like a genuine person like that rolls up and informs us, and so that might do better on eBay, you know. But let's see here, what else? Hallmark ornaments, that was a lot of fun too because people were just excited. The Simpsons one sold real quick, or not real quick, but a lot of people picked them up differently and looked at them and everything. Were like asking questions. And one moment that was funny was a lady came up with her husband and she was like, "Oh, it's like Starmie," and picked up one. I didn't see what the ornament was. I was like, "Oh, Starmie, we've got this Pokemon dog tag here," because in my head I'm like thinking, "Oh, Starmie the Pokemon," and she was like, "No, Stormy, our dog. He's my husband's a police officer, and our dog is a German Shepherd, like this ornament that's a German Shepherd with a police hat on." I'm like, "Oh, Stormy." Ha. But no, it was like just an off-brand, not a IP ornament that she was excited to buy. So Goosebumps books sold pretty well too, and it was funny because one lady was like, showed her mom, "Oh, this is why I'm afraid of bees, because of the book I Am Afraid of Bees." And like the other one called Deep Water is why I have a fear of the ocean. Thanks, R.L. Stein. So, and then we laughed. But stuff like that, it was like these conversations weren't happening at the other one, but it was just fun and easy to sell stuff because it was our stuff and it was our things we were passionate about as kids and whatever, or not even as far back as kids. But it was really neat to just share those things with people and also see the one moment that was real fun was a mom bought Goosebumps books for her kids. He grabbed one that was sparkly. It was one of the choose your own adventure things or choose your own scare or something. I forget what the slogan is. And I was like, "Oh, that's a choose your own adventure one. Those ones are fun." And she's like, yeah, it was one of my first. I'm like, that one right there was my first Choose Your Own Adventure book. So it was cool seeing a mom buy my Goosebumps books for kids. Um, and then walking around, you just have a different perspective having a booth at a show as opposed to just attending it. And I think ever since being in a band, having a merch table, with Megavisions, having a booth for the magazine, and different things like that, I really prefer being a part of a show than an attendee. And it's not an ego thing. It's just, I think it's just like, I feel like I'm helping out somehow. So I like to be a part of a big thing going on that is making people happy. I'm not sure how to word that. So I like being part of it. And walking around, I wasn't as inclined to spend money. But it was a lot of like, oh, we have that at our booth. What are they pricing it at and stuff like that. But there were, oh, let me actually show. I've got a couple of slides here. We'll go through just some of the goofy stuff we saw, or not goofy, but just it's crazy what were toys and everything. Good old E.T. hanging out with the Undertaker. I don't remember seeing this at the end of the day, so someone might have taken him home. The ETs both went back with them, though. Speaking of Choose Your Own Adventure, there they are. This was, I almost grabbed this, guys. It's dumb because it's just a Toys R Us exclusive bundle. That was literally the reason I almost grabbed one. So thank God I didn't. Bunch of Snoopy stuff. That's just a lot of Snoopy stuff. Again, Toys R Us. I think because it's gone except for in Macy's, now it's like a weird, did this exist? Let's get stuff. So I took a picture of this because we were selling Dino Mike here with his buddy out of the box for $50. That was one of the $250 in that giant purchase that guy grabbed. Look at these prices. Look at these things. And what's crazy is how talking to people that with Ninja Turtles, no one, as a kid, you were never buying the enemies, or you were never getting the enemies. You never cared about getting all the side characters. Those are what are pricey now because nobody had them. This was insane. A Primal Rage projector with slides. So the video game, and it was some weird, not even a promo item. It was just an item you could buy. And yeah, there are a bunch more slides you can get with the two, or that it used to come with. I thought this was just such a thing of the time that I never saw for a video game before this. You got to get some VR Troopers. Oh, brother. Yeah, just a lot of VHSs. We had VHSs, but we saw a lot more of those. And then rubber ducks. A buck a duck. Got a Jeep, get a duck. Whoop. Sorry if you heard that little click. So, yeah, photos. How about that, huh? But it was a good time, and I did actually, I think as I was taking pictures, I realized I was sort of doing research and comparisons unknowingly. I did find a game. Now I don't collect as crazily. I have paced myself. I have a list of things I'm looking for here and there, but I did find this one on PS1, Martian Gothic Unification. It is a survival horror game I've heard good things about. It was $25. You can see on the back there, $25. And I'm in a survival horror. I open it up, though, and I don't know how well this is going to show on camera, but ooh, you can see the gunkiness on the disc. And then the back had, it's not going to show up that well. Oh, boy, it's struggling. Oh, yep, oh, we had it. See some scratches there in the center. So it had some scuffs. It has some bumps, and then the front of it was just kind of gross. So, but I've this is the first time seeing this game in the wild since I learned of it, so I was like, I'm gonna grab it because if anybody is a retro game collector, $25 for something back then is okay. It's only gonna go up probably, but I had to tell this experience because it was just seriously. I open it up and I look at it and I get ready to buy it. I was like, hey, the disc is a little messed up. Could you maybe knock it down to 20 instead of 25? And the guy, at first I said, is this your booth? He's like, well, I'm helping out my buddy. It's his booth. And it was a lot of games, just kind of you walk into almost a small hallway, pretty much 3 or 4 tables worth of games. And so he was kind of talking to the people looking around, the actual owner of the booth, and he had basically a buddy running register. I was like, oh, okay, well, I wanted to ask if I could get it knocked down to 20 because the disc is a little scuffed and it's this. And so he took the disc, like, I thought he was just going to look at it. He took the disc from me, and then he started cleaning it with the hoodie he was wearing. And I happened to glance over and I saw another couple looking at games and they caught the interaction and they both were like, and I'm just like, dude, I understand your intention. This guy is not a gamer. That's okay. He's helping a friend. That is the last thing you want to see someone do. Like, I understand he was trying to distill confidence in me that it'll work fine. I don't even know if he said they're all tested or whatever, but the fact that he took it and just started rubbing it, I'm like, that could make it worse. You might have just damaged it permanently now. So I turned around and I was like, still having not seen this game in a while, in the wild, since I learned of it, I was still like, worst case scenario, I'm buying the case and the manual for $20. So it's cheaper to get the disc or find it down the line. Turn around to the actual runner of the booth. Can I get this for 20 instead of 25 since the disc is a little messy? And he's like, yeah, sure. $20 cash. Oh, I was so stressed, but at the same time, I was like, I've been looking for this game for a little bit. And turned out I put it into my Polymega. If you're wondering what that is, it's just a big emulator that you can copy your games onto. It copied fine. It does not play. But I put it in the PS3. I don't have a PS1 anymore. I put it in my PS3. It loaded up. Oh, also the Polymega's fan was pretty loud when it was trying to install it. PS3 loaded it up. I heard a noise I hadn't heard before, so I was a little skeptical, but it started to play. Regardless, I'm gonna get this bad boy buffed. I had to mention that experience because holy crap, dude. This video's gone a little long. Overall, I was happy I bought something, but I didn't spend a lot of money. We learned a lot from it. We also made friends with our neighbors who we actually shared. We were neighbors when Rachel and I did the Megavisions booth at Pittsburgh Gaming Expo years ago. But we got a lot more friendly with them, just talking about stuff and selling stuff, and it was really cool and good to hear they're doing well because it was a different time when we were at that booth before, and at the Megavisions booth. But yeah, guys, I apologize if I rambled. Whatever, you're here. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to come in and say Toypalooza was a good time. Let's get that up again there. Toypalooza was a good time. I recommend it. You saw. Let me get to the video here real quick of how big it was. So you see this here. It's a big show, guys. Only $5 to get into this thing. Collecticon was $10, and it's just so big and well spaced. You don't feel like you're fighting a crowd or you're trying to find your way upstream like a salmon trying to walk through different aisles and things like that. Mainly toys, but definitely a couple of game booths. There's not really artist alley. Some people had some stuff that they made, but it's not really about that. It really is about the toys and everything. And I understand it now. I mean, our expectations were low, not for this show, but just like for making a profit. We got a table for the next one, so maybe we'll see you there. But it was worth it. It was worth it, and I'm glad we did it. Big learning experience. Met some people. Oh, we had friends come by the booth too that just happened to be attending. We didn't know. We didn't tell them about anything. So it was really cool to connect with people again. So Alex and his dad, Kent Man, Carly. Sorry, I don't know your new online name, but hey, it was cool to see you guys. Really cool to see you guys. Anyway, guys, I am Scotty. This has been a rant about Toypalooza. I hope more people are talking about it. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed hanging out. Oh, we sold that Yoda. That giant Yoda, that giant Harry Potter, they're gone. Anyway, I think that'll about do it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Future Scotty here. I forgot to mention the video. Tables were $70. And if you go back, like we renewed our table for $60. So again, definitely made the table back, enough back to get another table, but I forgot to mention that entirely. The tables were $70 if you wanted to get a table. So keep an eye on Toypalooza on Facebook if you're thinking about it for local people, or even if you're not local. I don't think they care where you're coming from. I know there were some travelers too. We saw some people vlogging as well, but $70 for a table, definitely worth it. This was worth it if you've got toys to sell, especially if you've got Ninja Turtles. Wow. Goosebumps VHSs, those were the big things. Definitely Hallmark ornaments. But yeah, I forgot that I didn't do a summary of if you're thinking about it. Just do it. If you've got some stuff, go to Walmart, get some cheap shelves, set it all up, wham, bam, boom. It was worth it, guys.